At the moment, I'm in the process of writing up the documentary timeline with my good friend Chris, who keeps introducing me to some terrible music.
What are you on about terrible music? It's called Crush Funk, mate.
So yeah, we've been sort of finalising the timeline for it really, because we did have a brief timeline, but it wasn't really sort of there was no depth to it really. So we've sort of now we've got a better understanding of what we're actually doing. Then this week, hopefully, we're going to plan like the interviews and stuff for Birmingham. So yeah, I've been on the calendar and I've put in a few dates for next week. Hopefully, we'll be going to Birmingham in about 2 weeks' time. We'll be getting all the interviews, the Vox Pop interviews from there. We finally decided that we're going to wait about a month and then we're going to get our hair cut so it's bushy. So there's something there to be good. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be doing work on the logo, finalising the logo. We probably should have done that about a week ago, but you know, it's half term. Have to have a bit of time to rest because we seem quite far in front of everybody else. So you know, let them catch up. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing the logo.
Finalising the Vox Pop questions as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I think tomorrow we'll probably start on the questions that we'll be asking people. But I think next week we'll probably finalise, just so it's like fresh in our mind when we go in a couple of weeks' time.
With the questions, are you going to change them from male? So you mean for different people? Yeah. Is it going to be like across the board? They all get asked the same question, or is it going to be males are going to have different questions?
I reckon you ask a woman, do you think you take a long time getting ready, and how long do you take long to get ready? Do you think that's a long time? And then cut to a man and like kind of like, how long does it take your girlfriend to get ready? Do you think women take too long to get ready? What would be the perfect amount of time for them to get ready?
You're almost causing like a little bit of an argument debate. Yeah. It'd be interesting. I mean, obviously it depends on what sort of people we interview as well. I think we need to make sure. Yeah, I think we need to make sure we plan for every sort of age range and every sort of demographic that we're going to meet. Because
it's aimed to what?
Well,
16 to 30.
I think we'll be mainly interviewing people that are in that age range. Yeah. I don't know. Are you looking forward to getting the logo done, Luke?
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Well, we won't get it done tomorrow. I don't suspect.
I'll know exactly what I want it to be. I know we've got like a temporary one to kind of like that kind of shows what we're going for.
I think the general sort of like inner design as such, like the actual school and the writing is pretty good. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think maybe the stuff that goes around it, like we've got a few pink and blue shapes coming out of it. Yeah. Maybe they could probably do with a little bit of sort of. I don't think
they probably don't need to be there anyway. They don't need to be there.
Yeah, so
I was thinking more like tentacles and stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely like be more interesting than what we've. I mean, what we've got at the minute is not bad, really.
I mean, it's got that like a whole clean punk look.
Well, it's like it actually. The thing is, as well, it actually suits what we're going for anyway. Already, we haven't really had to try too hard to get it to suit what our documentary style. Like it goes with it, doesn't it?
You know what that is, don't you? What? Because you're good.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Because you're good. I didn't do it.
No, you didn't do it.
I know I didn't. I just said I didn't do it.
In terms of like budget and stuff, is everyone here sort of like? I know everyone's not exactly like minted or anything, but
flush.
Are we alright? Like,
we need sponsorship.
But I don't even think this is going to cost that much.
No.
I think everyone's like thinks we're going to be. See, the problem with people.
We need to get as much as we can for free.
I think that the problem that people have had an understanding when we've been presenting to them is that they think it's going to be this high budget documentary.
Well, you know what? If they were going to go out and do it themselves, then it most really would be high budget. But because we come from a background of
contacts.
Yeah, and because we can make a film in a day with pretty much no budget because we know what we're doing. So it's a lot easier for us to get stuff done on the cheap and make it look nice.
But it was easier for us to visualise this project and realise that we could do it because it's possible. Because I mean, to be honest, we need to stop sitting in and saying it's possible and actually do it. But
well, we are doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many documentaries you've worked on? What, 4 documentaries now?
Well, I've worked on 2 big ones.
Yeah, but you've the Home from Home.
Yeah.
And Spaghetti Western.
Yeah. But they were like big anyway. They had big. They had a bigger budget than this because we had to get planes and pay for accommodation and things like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is because you've worked on budgets like that, you know where the money goes to. Because we're not flying off to anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That money's being saved because we pretty much have all the equipment. We don't need to hire it out. So it's not that we're cutting corners. Is that we're thinking of it as a positive. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like we're not cutting any corners, but what we are doing is we're realising that we don't need to go there. We don't need to do this. But at the same time, we're keeping it structured.
The problem with cameras, though, is we've already discussed this, haven't we?
The amount of time we can get them for.
I mean, I know that you want to shoot it on HD, but do you think it's possible to shoot all of it on a HD?
I don't know. So I was thinking if there's any bits that aren't shot in HD, that we'll show them in their original size on a HD thing so they don't lose any quality. So say if this footage was to be used in the final video, it would take up a 720 by 576 area of the full 1080, and we'd have to like edit round it or whatever. Although we say this, television isn't shot in HD yet, not all of it is. But it'd be nice to, because we don't have DigiBeat or anything like that, and we don't want to be like, oh, it's been shot on mini DV and just be laughed at, and like, that's not good enough. We want it to be widescreen, we want it to be so, like, really good resolution so it can be scaled down to whatever it needs to be used for.
Being scaled up.
Yeah.
If we can get like some cheap HDV tapes and just film off of the Z1, if we can get the Z1 for long enough, I don't see why it's not going to be possible to film it all on that Z1.
It's just having the Z1 for the amount of time.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know that's the problem.
That is the
but
problem.
If we could get that, then I don't see why. If we can actually arrange that somehow.
I mean, it's just an idea, but about grovelling, have you thought about getting in contact with Ian or anybody? It's not really a bad idea actually going and talking to Ian and say, do a little bit of a swap. Do you know what I mean? You let us use your HD camera and then you pick, I don't know, 3 of your top students and actually come and
help us.
Yeah, work on a documentary. Because if we're going down to Skeggy, 3 extra people or whatnot, it's going to look good in their portfolio. It's going to look good with us because we've used
got a full crew, yeah.
And we've gone out and we've sourced other people apart from just people that we know actually at Cov Uni and whatnot. I mean, there's no harm in sort of like just rolling up to.
There's no harm in asking.
Yeah, it's just like rolling up to.
What's their HD like?
What HD camera?
They do they shoot at full 1080?
Yeah. It's the exact same.
Do you remember the small black Sony ones?
They're level down from the one they've got at Cov.
Oh, just handycam looking type.
Yeah.
Like
I wish they were bigger.
But yeah, they're really small, but they do shoot on full HD.
Yeah, because we use them in. Use them in Spain.
Yes, we got Western documentary.
But you shot on mini DV, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the only thing though.
They're not bad. They're not very good in like low light conditions and things like that. But we could get hold of them for like the days we know we're going to be away, and we're going to be doing a lot of outside shooting, and we could hopefully book both of them and just say.
Well, yeah, so what I mean. If we talk to Ian, or just is Ian still there now?
He's still there, but I'm not so sure how much in the media department.
Yeah, I would have liked to have had a big camera though. That's the problem. You know, I just say it's a bit more professional.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's kind of like just aesthetics. It's either you go for a big beefy camera, and then you can only get it like once a week, or you go for a smaller camera that's going to do the exact same job.
I know.
You may sort of like get people going, that's not a camera, does it really matter? You're still shooting in HD.
I know. This is, I think the aesthetics would get more people on board. Like, as in more.
We need to shoot as much as we can with the Z1, and then
that's all I'm saying.
Try and set up back up.
It's not like the small cameras are a bad idea or anything. It's a good idea.
I just wish they built them a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Even if there was just a load of empty space inside them. Like, that's the problem. The technology is getting smaller.
I go home and I build a box. So you can fit that camera into.
Make one out of a cornflake box, paint it black.
So it looks bigger and beefier.